Hi everybody, welcome to another video. So in today's video, I want to talk about 5 ways that you can kickstart your financial freedom journey in 2025. I hope you're enjoying seeing me. I'm doing like a little 25 reset series, so you're going to see me quite often up until the new year. This is just to help you feel like you've got someone who's helping you and assisting you and providing you with the steps and the knowledge that's going to get you, further in your financial freedom journey that we are all in. Now, you're probably new to my channel and you're thinking, okay, who is this? And why is she talking about finance? And who are you basically? So let me introduce myself a little bit to anyone who's new, but also to some people who have been here and just want to know a little bit more about me. I'm just going to state just a few facts about me. So obviously my name is Noma. My full name is Nomazdiary, and I live in South Africa, in Durban, Umhlanga specifically. I live with my husband and my 6-year-old, very busy daughter. I started my financial freedom journey in 2018. So basically, I had just given birth to Skylar, and I wanted to see how we can manage our finances. And I realized that I have no idea what's happening, what am I doing? And then I started with the basic way of looking at your bank statement and trying to see where most of your money is going. And that's when I had a realization that I am overspending on my wants and not on my needs, and I could be saving instead of spending. I'm being very unintentional. I'm just swiping the card, I'm just shopping online, and I just wanted to change that. So I started that way, and then I wanted to actually create a budget for myself, but I did not know how to do that as well without feeling like I'm being restricted in my finances. And that's when I did my research and I came across the cash stuffing method. And also I spoke to my grandma because I know that she doesn't have debts, and she has been living a good life without any debts and issues basically, and she had savings, and she obviously told me that she uses cash. Whenever she gets paid, she would withdraw the money, put it in an envelope, and she knows that this envelope is for groceries, this envelope is for electricity or whatever it is. And then I was like, okay, that's it, let's try this and let's see if it works. And it worked wonders, but I still was confused because I was like, okay, I'm now budgeting, but I also feel like I need money for the things that pop up, or even to borrow people money, because you get family that ask for money and things like that. So that's when I came across the zero-based budget mixed with the cash envelope method, and that is what worked for me. So the zero-based budget basically means that every single amount of money that you earn has a home. So even if it's miscellaneous, even if it's savings, even if it's for shopping, sinking funds, things like that. So every single amount of money has a home. So when you spend money on eating out, you don't feel bad because it was budgeted for that specifically. So that's the kind of budget method that I preach, that I use, that I love. And I know a lot of people who have embarked on the same journey as me and are doing well, which I will do a video next week of one of my clients that I did with you guys, Your Budget My Way, who is now debt free. So I'm excited to update you guys on that one. So I am on a journey of financial freedom, and specifically on a journey to create my own dream life. And the main focus around having a dream life is to have financial freedom. So I'm on a journey on financial freedom. We currently have one more big debt that we are paying off, of a loan that's up to 280,000 Rand, and we are trying to pay it off sooner than later. So we are going to use most of the YouTube earnings. So thank you so much to everyone who watches my videos. Someone actually commented and said they watched an ad of mine and they didn't skip the ad. I'll have the comment somewhere here because I'm really grateful for that. We'll use those earnings for the whole of next year because we are self-employed now. For whole of next year, we're going to use those earnings to pay off the debt, and we'll see how that will go. So that is the current debt we have. We have a few savings. I've got some saving challenges. I've got an emergency fund, but I'll do a whole new video on that as well, because I'm trying to do a whole 2025 series. So I don't want to bomb you guys with too much information, because I want to try and upload a video every day that's going to motivate you to be on this financial freedom, and don't do things that are not worth it, like spend money on things that like are temporary, like alcohol. Another thing that you need to know about me, I am a budget coach. So I help people one-on-one on how to manage their finances, how to pay off their debt. And on top of that, I'm also a financial advisor accredited with InvestPro. InvestPro is owned by Liberty, and Liberty is owned by Standard Bank. Okay, so I think that's mostly about me. My goal, my family's goal, me and my husband, our goals is to find financial freedom, is to find time freedom and location freedom. Basically, we want to be able to have enough money to own our own time, and also to be able to work wherever we want. If we feel like moving to Cape Town today, we don't want to feel restricted because we have a job that pays our current bills. We want to be able to just up and leave, take my camera with me, take you guys with me, and work wherever I want, and just basically live the life that I want. At the beginning of this year, my father and my uncle passed away 1 week apart, and it made me realize that life is just not about life is too short. What everyone says, life is too short. I don't like using that saying, but it is so fitting. Life is too short to live a miserable life. You have to enjoy the life that you're living. So that's the journey we are on. And as Nomazdiary, this platform, this channel, my Instagram, my TikTok, my one-on-ones with you guys, you know, Nomazdiary platform is basically a mission to give information, share all the knowledge that I have that's going to provide you with that stability and that direction to find your financial freedom and be aligned with your financial goals, because we all have financial goals, but sometimes we get so lost in, you know, the noise of what's happening around us, with buying Gucci bags or buying things that we can't really afford because we are still trying to pay off debt and buy our own homes and live a life that is more meaningful and fulfilling to us and our families. Okay, that's a little bit about me. There's way more about me, but I hope that that was enough for you to okay, I like her, or I trust her, or whatever it is. So now let's get into the 5 ways to kickstart your financial freedom journey in 2025. Number 1 is to have an emergency fund. So start building your emergency fund. Most of my clients that I meet already have an emergency fund. The ones that don't, they are trying to pay off debt because they're struggling to get disposable income. So if you have disposable income is basically, if you look at your income minus your needs, minus your debt minimum payments, there's money left behind. That is disposable income. Before you spend it on your wants, put money in your emergency fund. So how much is an emergency fund? There's a lot of people that talk about how much is an emergency fund. Some people say it's 6 months of expenses. Some people say it's 3 months of expenses. I believe it is whatever your income is, have that, and then you can just keep building from there. So for example, if your income is 15,000 Rand, your emergency fund, I believe, should be 15,000 Rand, and then you keep building from there. So at least now you know you are 1 month ahead on income, and then you build it again. And when you get to 30,000, you are now 2 months ahead on income, and you keep building and building and building up until you are at least 6 months ahead on income, and then you can start putting money away on other funds like a vehicle maintenance fund, a home maintenance fund, and things like that. And if you are expecting a child or you trying to get married, you can also start putting away sinking funds on that. But emergency fund, basically an emergency fund is the unexpected things that happen. So an emergency and you need funds. That's that's emergency fund. That's why I would like you to have an emergency fund, which is make sure that you've got an income. It's like your income protection, which we're still going to talk about. You've got an income of 6 months already saved, but also for your car, sometimes you do need tires. Sometimes you scratch, a pole and you need to fix that. Or you need to get a coolant or oil or whatever it is, or service. Just have a vehicle fund, not touching your emergency fund, but having a vehicle fund for things like that. Home, you need to change your geyser or whatever it is. Have a home fund, a home maintenance fund. So just things like that, which are things that pop up without you expecting, or it's things that you didn't plan for. Now, sinking funds are things you do plan for, like weddings, like birthdays, like Christmas, like traveling. You already know that those kind of things are happening, so you plan for them. Okay, so those are the different funds that I will recommend that you start now by having. Number 2 is to work on paying off debts. Now, depending on how much debt you have, you can book a one-on-one with me and I can have a look and direct you, give you some strategy and tips. But you can also do that yourself. Have a look at your debt and decide if you're going to go with the snowball method. The snowball method is paying off the debt with the smallest balance first, and then the avalanche method is paying off the balance with the biggest interest first. So I go with the avalanche method just because I calculate the interest using my spreadsheet, and it shows me how much I'll end up paying on interest with the one with the biggest interest. So I pay off that one and then I tackle the small balances last. But if you like the instant gratification, like getting that validation that, okay, 1 is down, 3 to go, then go with the small one first. And whatever is going to motivate you to keep going, go with that one. There's no wrong or right way as long as you are prioritizing paying off your debts, because it's hard to build wealth when you're still owing someone. It's hard to get out of that toxic job if you still have debt that is waiting for you on payday. So try and get it off your back and start living the life that you enjoy. Number 3 is to please contribute to a retirement annuity. So if you don't have a retirement annuity, again, I'll leave the link below. That is important. Let's make that your priority. January, I open a retirement annuity for you. It is under Liberty, and you can start at 500 Rand a month or going up. But also what's nice is I can help you with your financial planning. I can calculate how much you need to retire comfortably, because a lot of people are not retiring comfortably. They're not planning properly. It's hard for me to just give you figures right now. I'll have to talk to you one-on-one, your age, your dependents, every single thing, and then be able to let you know what will make sense for you. But start now if you haven't started. If you have started and you want another one, depending on the calculations, that's fine. There's nothing wrong. That's your money. Our retirement annuity is not going to anyone else but you. And just know that I won't be taking any of your money. I get paid by Liberty as commission, but you are going to have a retirement annuity being built for you, and it's going to go on a 2-pot system, which again I will explain on a one-on-one. But just do that. And if you already have a retirement annuity, well done. Number 4 is to protect your income. So income protection is a policy. Again, as a financial advisor, I can open that for you. I can check for you how much income you have and all of that. And I can see if we can open an income protection for you. That is very important. None of this, emergency funds and traveling and all of these things, can happen without your income. So you need to protect your income. That is your biggest asset. So how do you do that? Is by obviously getting a financial advisor to just check for you and open a income protection policy for you. So how that works is, at an event of you being impaired and you cannot do your job for like 6, 7, 8 months, 10 months, 12 months, 24 months or whatever, you want to be able to still be earning an income and not lose your income completely because you are impaired or you're disabled. So income protection will protect your income. There's also retrenchment protection. You might not need it now, you might not need it in 2 years, but you might need it in 7 years. You know, you want to be able to protect your income when it comes to things like that. Again, if you want more one-on-one, book it now. Like, these are the things you need to make sure that you have, and not put yourself at risk of losing everything just because you got impaired, got disabled, or you got retrenched because at work they're cutting costs, or pandemic came back, or things like that. Number 5 is to invest beyond retirement. So some people just have a retirement annuity. Some people just have a retirement annuity, but invest more. Put your money in other investments. Ask me. I've got good portfolios that I can help you put your money in, and just to see it grow. But invest in properties and, you know, other things. Do your research, speak to a financial advisor, and put your money, grow your wealth, basically. Invest. I hope that you enjoyed this video. The last one I would like to touch on, which is not part of the top 5, but it's something very important, is to work on your mindset. Have an abundant mindset. Now you're probably asking, what is an abundant mindset? I'm going to do a video about that. See you guys on the next one. Bye.